Alright, folks, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into a countdown of the most spine-tingling scientific breakthroughs that prove reality can be way weirder and scarier than any horror flick. These aren't just dusty facts from textbooks, they're real-world revelations that make you question everything. We'll count down from 7 to 1, unpacking each one with all the juicy details that'll keep you glued to your screen. Ready to get your mind blown? Let's jump in. Number 7. Unearthed viruses from ancient ice. Picture this: a team of researchers bundled up in the frozen wastelands of Siberia, shovels in hand, hoping to unearth relics from a bygone era like the bones of massive woolly mammoths. But instead of prehistoric treasures, they stumble upon something that sends chills down their spines. Viruses that have been locked away in permafrost for a staggering 48,500 years. These aren't your everyday bugs. Experts dub them zombie viruses because they can spring back to action after millennia on ice, as if they've been in cryogenic sleep since the days when those shaggy beasts roamed the plains. In controlled lab settings, these revived microbes proved they still pack a punch, latching onto and infecting contemporary single-celled critters like amoebas. It's akin to digging up an ancient relic from the Stone Age, and finding it can sync up with your modern smartphone, except this connection isn't about sharing memes. It's a potential harbinger of doom. The permafrost serves as nature's ultimate deep freeze, a pitch-black, oxygen-deprived vault where time stands still, preserving these viral time capsules in pristine condition. For now, these particular strains target only microscopic life forms, so no need to stockpile hazmat suits just yet. But here's where it gets eerie. Boffins suspect the ice holds countless more of these ancient invaders, and we haven't a clue what havoc they could wreak if unleashed. Some liken the thawing permafrost to cracking open a mythical chest of woes. Once those lids pop, there's no shoving the contents back inside. As climate shifts melt these icy tombs, who knows what forgotten plagues might awaken. It's a reminder that our planet's history isn't just buried, it's waiting to resurface. Number 6. The mind-bending tricks of scopolamine. Now, shift your gaze to the lush landscapes of South America, where a seemingly innocent tree hides a secret that's straight out of a psychological thriller. Known locally as the borrachero tree, its seeds harbor a compound that researchers identified as scopolamine, but the folks who live nearby have a more fitting moniker: Devil's Breath. And trust me, it earns every syllable of that ominous title. At the heart of your brain's operations is a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, the unsung hero that helps forge memories and lets you exercise your independence. Scopolamine swoops in like a sneaky saboteur, clamping down on this chemical and essentially wiping the slate clean on your recent experiences. Imagine your mind as a bustling computer. This stuff hits the erase button on your short-term files, leaving you functional but forgetful. People dosed with it carry on as if nothing's amiss. They chat animatedly, make choices, tackle intricate jobs, but come morning, it's all a foggy void, like someone yanked the power cord on their recall. Worse yet, victims turn into yes-men, nodding along to any wild idea thrown their way, operating on pure instinct without a second thought. In certain regions of South America, shady characters have weaponized this for nefarious schemes, slipping it into drinks, so targets cheerfully assist in draining their own wallets, spilling security codes, or inking deals they'd never dream of sober. The next day, total amnesia, like waking from a dream you can't quite grasp. It's a chilling glimpse into how fragile our sense of self really is. One whiff or sip, and poof, you're a puppet on strings. Ever wonder what it feels like to lose control without even realizing it? This discovery forces us to ponder the thin line between free will and manipulation. Number 5. The unsettling revelation of prion diseases. Envision a microscopic menace that corrupts everything it contacts, turning allies into enemies with a mere brush. That's the essence of what unfolded in the 1,980 seconds, shaking the foundations of what we thought we knew about illnesses. Up until then, the golden rule in biology was crystal clear. Diseases required genetic blueprints like DNA or RNA to propagate and wreak havoc. Enter prions, the rule breakers that flip the script. These culprits aren't viruses or bacteria. They're simply malformed proteins, devoid of any genetic code or cellular framework, just rogue shapes that bully healthy proteins into adopting their twisted form. It's reminiscent of a chain reaction in a horror story, where one infected soul bites another, sparking an unstoppable cascade. A single warped protein bumps into a normal one, and zap, it's converted, joining the dark side. This domino effect ramps up, with these distorted molecules ganging up like sticky sludge, gumming up the works in your brain. Prions are the ultimate survivors in the tiny realm, laughing off assaults that would obliterate lesser threats. Crank up the heat to levels that vaporize viruses, they endure. Douse them in harsh solvents, no sweat. Bombard with radiation that shreds DNA, they remain unfazed. Battling them feels like squaring off against a foe from another dimension, ignoring all our playbook strategies. As the chaos spreads, your gray matter starts resembling a block of hole-riddled cheese. Literal voids appear, dismantling thoughts and functions. And the terror escalates. These protein predators can leap across species barriers, from bovines to humans, or dear to us, hinting at unknown crossovers. When Stanley Prusiner first unveiled this oddity, the scientific crowd dismissed him as a crackpot until his persistence earned him a Nobel Prize, validating the nightmare. It's a stark warning. Sometimes, the scariest monsters are the ones we can't even see coming. Number 4. The haunting tale of the demon core. Think about a compact orb, roughly the size of a grapefruit, that struck fear into the hearts of brilliant minds who split atoms for a living. This wasn't some sci-fi prop. It was a plutonium sphere that garnered the infamous label Demon Core, a name whispered with dread in lab corridors. The core was under scrutiny for its behavior when encased in various substances, but it harbored a volatile temperament. One wrong move, and it could erupt in a lethal surge of radiation, transforming a routine test into a fatal fiasco. Tragically, that's precisely what transpired not once, but twice. The initial mishap struck physicist Harry Daghlian during a solitary late-night session. He was meticulously stacking reflective bricks around the sphere when a single slip caused one to tumble. In that instant, a ghostly azure radiance bathed the space, signaling a catastrophic radiation burst. Daghlian paid the ultimate price for that fleeting error. Barely months later, Louis Slotin replicated a comparable setup, precariously balancing beryllium hemispheres with nothing but a screwdriver, like teasing fate in the most perilous puzzle game imaginable. When the tool faltered, that ominous blue flare erupted anew, claiming another life and etching the core's malevolence into history. These back-to-back calamities prompted a radical overhaul in protocols. No more hands-on tweaks, no improvised tools, and strict distance from the temperamental artifact. It's a sobering saga of how even the sharpest intellects can be outmatched by a deceptively simple object, reminding us that curiosity sometimes comes with claws. Number 3. Crafting an airborne menace with H5N1. In the pursuit of knowledge, lab wizards sometimes conjure beasts they never intended to unleash. That's the crux of what went down when virologists tinkered with avian flu strains, aiming to decode how pathogens hop hosts. With a handful of genetic tweaks, merely 3 to 5 mutations, they morphed a bird-exclusive bug into an airborne terror capable of mammal-to-mammal transmission. Using ferrets as stand-ins for humans, since these furry fellows mimic our flu responses, the team watched in stunned silence as their engineered variant leaped effortlessly through the air from one animal to another. It was as if they'd stumbled upon a doomsday device while fiddling with everyday gadgets, igniting pandemonium in academic circles. Debates raged. Was this intel a shield against evolving threats, or a reckless gamble that could backfire spectacularly? The uproar drew in policymakers, birthing stringent guidelines for high-risk studies. Yet, the real sleeper hit is this: their work illuminated how effortlessly Mother Nature could whip up a similar scourge. By charting this perilous path, they've handed us a map to potential apocalypse, a double-edged sword that haunts experts' dreams. Number 2. The fiery fury of chlorine trifluoride. Back in the 1930 seconds, chemists sought a milder alternative to chlorine gas, but what they brewed was a hyperreactive nightmare. Chlorine trifluoride, a substance so volatile it makes raging inferno seem tami. This compound doesn't merely ignite, it torches the untouchable, devouring glass, cement, and even flame, resistant asbestos with glee, as if scoffing at their defenses. No ignition source required, it combusts on contact, a self-starting blaze that's impossible to quench. Dump water on it? You amplify the mayhem. Standard suppressants? Useless. In one infamous spill, it chewed through a thick concrete slab and burrowed into the earth below, relentless until sated. Containing this liquid fury demands specialized vessels lined with protective coatings, a testament to its unbridled aggression. It's like bottling a storm that hungers for destruction, a chemical embodiment of unchecked wrath that underscores science's occasional forays into the forbidden. Number 1. The mysterious pull of the Great Attractor. Wrap your head around this cosmic conundrum. An unseen colossus tugging at our Milky Way and countless other galaxies, hurtling us toward it at a mind-boggling 1.3 million miles per hour. This enigma surfaced in the 1,970 seconds when astronomers spotted the inexorable drift, pointing to a hidden heavyweight in the zone of avoidance, a swath of sky obscured by stellar clutter and dust, like a shadowy alley in the universe's underbelly. Whatever lurks there boasts the heft of myriad galaxies, yet it evades direct scrutiny, a ghostly giant playing hide-and-seek on a grand scale. The unease stems from our perpetual approach, drawn inexorably like iron filings to a magnet, with no escape hatch in sight. It's the ultimate reminder that the cosmos holds secrets vast enough to dwarf our wildest fears. That was a wild ride through science's darker corners. If these tales left you pondering the unknown, drop a like, share with a friend who loves a good thrill, and comment below, what's the scientific discovery that creeps you out the most? Stick around for more mindbenders. Your curiosity might just uncover the next big mystery.